no live in a tenement yard. No. Rude boy no live in a tenement yard. Too much watch it, too much so. Them chatty.
What's up, family? It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. I'm in the building once again. We're going to get in touch with y'all the favorite sports topics for the week. We're going to get right to it, man. There's a whole lot of shit been going down. We're going to take it all the way back from last Saturday all the way to just yesterday, this past Friday. Now, last Saturday, I remember speaking to y'all about the upcoming fight between Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz. I was looking forward to that fight, and I sat and I watched the fight. Watched it live, and I've watched it 2 more times since. So I'm going to keep it real with y'all and give y'all my real take on what I seen that night. First and foremost, I'm not going to be a hater. I do like Deontay Wilder personally, and he's very good as a fighter. And I want to give him his credit. First and foremost, I'll give him his credit, and because I'm on the record as wanting to see the super match with him and Anthony Joshua. I'm on the record. I want to see it. But what I saw that night, I saw him partially get exposed. I don't know what the fuck those judges was looking at. Those judges in the scorecards were coming out, I believe each of them had him up 85, 84 before the knockdown. But Deontay Wilder was losing that fight. That was outside of the knockdown. That was a pretty boring fight. Pretty boring. That's what kind of a lot of times what happens when you have an orthodox guy in the southpaw. He throws a big left hand. He throws a big right hand, and these guys just pouring their jab, pouring it, hoping to get an opening to throw their big shot. So it was, for the most part, it was a boring fight. It wasn't exactly crowd pleasing. They got booed a lot. So people weren't boxing purists. I mean, it's hardcore boxing fans. It wasn't like the kind of fight. It wasn't Klitschko Joshua. It wasn't that. Klitschko Joshua was action packed. It wasn't that fight. But it did have its points where when Deontay, although he didn't get knocked down, he came back from the 7th round getting a serious ass whooping. And then later on coming to stop the fight in the 10th round. The issues that I have with this fight is a lot of people are bringing up the extra time Deontay was given at the end of the 7th round after the whooping he took, giving him extra seconds. People saying this is showing favoritism because everybody wants to see the super fight with him and Joshua. I understand their arguments and they have credence. The thing that has more credence for me than that is because, yes, they gave him an extra 10, 20 seconds or whatever. Not even that much. I don't think it's that long. They gave him an extra 10 seconds at the end of the round when he was just getting whooped on. He was out on his feet when he went back to the ring. Went back to his corner at the end of the 7th round. But the thing that gives it more credence, that I think that fight was very, very poorly refereed. That referee did not do his job well at all. And I'm saying that because in that 10th round, first and foremost was the stoppage at the beginning of the 8th round. The doctor wanted to see him. How come he didn't see him while he was in the corner? I mean, really, if the doctor wanted to see him, how come he didn't see him while he was in the corner? So the people who are saying this, they kind of have a point. Secondly, and most importantly, when I'm looking at the fight in the 10th round, now I'm not blaming this on Deontay because I've said this and I'm not the only person that said this. Deontay Wilder is wild. He is exceedingly wild. So I don't think he's doing these things on purpose, but goddamn it, how many fucking rabbit punches is he going to get away with? He hit Luis Ortiz in the back of the head numerous times. And if you look at it, the clip is showing right now. If you listen and pay attention, the referee is telling him, watch the back of the head. Knocks him down from a punch to the back of the head, and he does nothing. He does not take away a point. He does not give Ortiz extra time to recover. He does absolutely nothing. How the fuck you gonna say, watch the punch to the back of the head, the man hits him again to the back of the head, and you scored as a knockdown? Somebody got to fucking answer that question for me. Somebody got the answer to that question. That's the thing that really just blew me away. Completely blew me away. And Team Ortiz has a right to be upset. They fought well. Wilder fought well. Has the right to be upset. But moving forward, scorecards was completely out of whack. They had the scores 85-84. I personally, before the fight was stopped, I had Ortiz up 86-84. I had Ortiz up 86-84. Wilder won the 5th round because of the knockdown. Because before the knockdown, he wasn't winning the 5th round. And he won the 6th round. Everything else, Ortiz won. Just from activity. And it was a slow, could be lethargic at times, but it was a boxing match. Ortiz is going to win a boxing match. And I think, in some ways, like I've said, Deontay Wilder got exposed. And I say he got exposed because, I mean, you've seen the lack of technique that we all was talking about, that everyone who knows boxing was talking about, we saw. And he was losing. Despite the favoritism shown his way, he was losing. That's one. What makes Deontay Wilder dangerous, and I'm going to just keep it all the way 100 with y'all people, that brother got God in them hands. He got God in them hands. If you don't know what the fuck I mean, watch this clip right here. If you pay attention to the knockdown in the 5th round, Ortiz partially blocks the shot. He keeps his left up the entire time to completely guard against his overhand right. It is partially blocked and it still knocked him down. Straight right hand. Still knocked him down. That brother got God in them hands, man. And his right hand can change a fight at any point in time against any fighter in the heavyweight division. That is what makes him dangerous. That is what brings the intrigue between a potential super match with him and Anthony Joshua. Even with all his flaws defensively, the way he leaves himself, you see in this clip, you see right here, the way he leaves himself completely wide open, and where Ortiz is able to get in and get out. Old, slow Luis Ortiz. What the fuck you think Anthony Joshua was going to do there? Or Joseph Parker. When you see right here, how, like I said, he throws his right hand. It's coming all the way from Alabama. Any experienced fighter is going to see that coming, be able to move and counter. What do you think Joshua is going to do? What do you think Parker's going to do in that situation? What the fuck you think they're going to do? They're not old, slow guys like Ortiz. Not only can they physically match up, they're athletic. They can get there on the inside and react to something like that, where Ortiz can't. Ortiz had to go and get out. He has to do that because he's not quick enough to just jump in on the inside like that. But he got in them hands. He could change a fight at a moment's notice, and he could do this against anybody. And it makes it even more remarkable. This man weighed in at 214 pounds, and he's fighting in what is now the super heavyweight division, where everybody is worth anything is 240 pounds and better. This man weighed in at 214 pounds, and when he is throwing his right hand straight, when he is throwing it straight, when he is showing some technique and throwing that right hand straight, he can beat anybody. He can beat anybody, including Anthony Joshua. As big as a fan I am of Anthony Joshua, look at this clip right here. What was the punch that knocked him down by Klitschko? Straight right hand. Straight, accurate, right down the pipe, dropped him like a bad habit. So, Deontay hits harder than Klitschko. He's not better than Klitschko, but he hits harder than Klitschko. I think we've proven that. He throws that straight right hand, he's shown that he can hurt and knock down anybody. He is capable of knocking out anybody. I still am Team Joshua because Joshua has more ways to win. Where, in my opinion, Deontay has one way to win. And that's why I'm still Team Joshua. But he has a very, very real challenge. I've said it over and over, and I'll keep on saying it. Joseph Parker is a problem, a serious fucking problem, and he needs to concern himself with that. And what I've been seeing online, it seems like he is concerned, very concerned with that. So he's focused where he should be focused. But furthermore, with this fight with Ortiz, Ortiz people are asking for a rematch. I guess in the meantime, between time, that could be something that could be done as he's waiting for Joshua, because Team Joshua has already put it out there, at least Eddie Hearn's put it out there that after this, that they're probably going to put him up against Big Baby Miller, and they're going to bring it here to the States. I've said it. I've said it clearly that the fight needs to get brought here. And I said that because if Anthony Joshua ingratiates himself to the American fan base, that potential super fight with Deontay Wilder will be worth hundreds of millions of dollars for him. He will easily make $100 million. If he keeps it over there, he'll make 20, 25, maybe 30, something like that, in that range. Not small potatoes, but if he brings it here and you get the American fan base, he'll get the pay-per-view buys. Getting the pay-per-view buys is what's going to make you $100 million. That's why Floyd Mayweather make $100 million when he fights, because he gets 2, 3, 4 million pay-per-view buys. It ain't because of the crowd. T-Mobile Arena has what, 18,000. He's already fought in front of 90. So it ain't the crowds, it's the pay-per-view buys. That's what's making Floyd $100 million. He can easily do the same. He is the heavyweight champion of the world, fighting against another undefeated heavyweight champion of the world. The cachet of being heavyweight champion of the world is there's nobody in the world that can ever beat you in a fair fight. Welterweights can't make that claim. A middleweight can't make that claim. A light heavyweight can't make that claim. Heavyweight can. Who's bigger than you? Nobody. So it's like, it was a good fight. It ended out as a good fight. A bit bittersweet because I've seen some of the favoritism that people are talking about, and I watched it over three times. I don't understand how the hell these judges can have scored this fight for Deontay Wilder. I have no fucking clue. I had Ortiz up 2 rounds, but one right hand changed everything. And you see with Deontay, once afterwards, he just throws his back into every single punch. He reminds me of, for those of y'all who ever watched or played baseball, like I remember Jose Canseco. One of the things they would say about Jose Canseco when he comes onto the plate, they would say he never gets cheated. And that's an expression basically saying you feel cheated if you don't get a good swing on the ball. What Jose Canseco would do, he would put his back into every single fucking swing. He did. And that is what I see with Deontay Wilder with boxing. He puts his back into every fucking swing. Every fucking swing. He throws everything into it. And you see the clip right here, like at this point, he's just, for Deontay Wilder, I have no fucking clue. I had Ortiz up 2 rounds, but one right hand changed everything. And you see with Deontay, once afterwards, he just throws his back into every single punch. He reminds me of, for those of y'all who ever watched or played baseball, like I remember Jose Canseco. One of the things they would say about Jose Canseco when he comes onto the plate, they would say he never gets cheated. And that's an expression basically saying you feel cheated if you don't get a good swing on the ball. What Jose Canseco would do, he would put his back into every single fucking swing. He did. And that is what I see with Deontay Wilder with boxing. He puts his back into every fucking swing. For Deontay Wilder, I have no fucking clue. I had Ortiz up 2 rounds, but One right hand changed everything. And you see what Deontay wants afterwards. He just throws his back into every single punch. He reminds me of, for those of y'all ever watched or played baseball, like I remember Jose Canseco. One of the things they would say about Jose Canseco when he comes onto the plate, they would say he never gets cheated. And that's an expression basically saying you feel cheated if you don't get a good swing on the ball. What Jose Canseco would do, he would put his back into every single fucking swing. He did. And that is what I see with Deontay Wilder with boxing. He puts his back into every fucking swing. Every fucking swing. He throws everything into it. And you see in the clip right here, like at this point, he's just completely just. This is why he's so wild. This is why he's hitting Ortiz with some rabbit punches, but he throws his back into anything, into every single punch he throws. So it's like when he's in there against a guy who could really physical match up to him, not just sideways, but athletically. That's the thing. That's the thing. This is the first time in Ortiz he's been up against someone who physically can match up with him power-wise. But if he was to fight Joshua, or if he was to fight Parker, it'll be the first time he's going up against someone who athletically can really match up to him. And great trainer Nazim Richardson made a great point I seen online. He said everyone Deontay Wilder's fought was better than him technically, but look what he's done. Like he said that Deontay should be fighting at nationals right now, but yet he's already a world champion, and he's 100% correct. Mr. Richardson is 100% correct. My rebuttal is, what's going to happen when he's against someone who's just as great an athlete as he is, which Anthony Joshua is? What happens then? See, he can get away with a lot of the stuff he's getting away with, a lot of the shit he's getting away with, because, like I said, he got God in them hands. And no matter how lack of being technically sound he is against technically superior fighters, they physically are nowhere in his ballpark. But what happens when he fights Joshua, who of course is technically superior, way technically superior, former Olympic gold medalist? Shit won't happen. Shit won't happen. Shit won't happen. Shit won't happen. Now this ain't funny, so don't you dare laugh. Shit can't happen to him and your ass. Shit can't be touched, don't think you can't. Cause niggas ain't fucking around no more, man. This ain't funny, so don't you dare laugh. Shit can't happen to him and your ass. You can't be touched, don't think you can't. Cause niggas ain't fucking around no more, man. We're gonna start out this first one. Northern Colorado. Mr. Jordan Davis against Montana Conference Championship game. Oh my God. We talking real disrespectful right here. And I guess the big man in Montana, he's outside of the line. Thought he was going to take a charge. And I told y'all, I hate when big men try to take charges. You bitch ass nigga, block his shot. I hate you big overgrown faggots trying to take charges. I guess you thought shit couldn't happen. Wrong.